Welcome, 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 Aquarius, to Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. How you guys doing? How's your weekend been going? Getting ready to start a new week. Wow, a new week. What's going on for our Aquarius family during this week? What's going on? All you got to do is light spirit in here. So you got to do is inhale, exhale once if you don't want to do it twice. Just inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and just shake off any negative energy. Sometimes things happen and it just changes your whole mood. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful of people that you allow in your space as well, because things could change just like that. Make sure that you keep positive energy and forces around you by always staying committed to appreciating all that you have, no matter what challenges you face. You'll get through it. You've been there before. This is not news to you. Spirits talk to us on behalf of our wonderful Aquarius family. Oh, reveal to them any messages they have missed or may be missing. Help them to uncomplicate anything going on in their lives and seek out solutions. And to stay positive. And most importantly, talk to their source, manifest on their feelings, and listen to the intuition. Aquarius, listen to your intuition and your spirit. Oh, talk to us. Talk to us. What is going on? Talk to us. It's a beautiful day. Yes. What is the message for our wonderful Aquarius family? Rage. Ooh. You're upset about something right now, and you're staying calm. You're learning how to handle your emotions and breathe and relax. That's when people test you and push your buttons, and they know that you normally react a certain way, but now you're training yourself to be in control of you, in control of your emotions and how you feel. Somebody may have ticked you off right now, and you're working on controlling those feelings. Wow. That's why it's not a pent up. Wow, it's not pent up, but it's in there. It's innate. It's inside of you. Somebody pissed you off and you're working on controlling your emotions and controlling yourself. That is wonderful. That's a big deal for you. That is a big people. That is a big, overwhelming experience. Wow. That is big. That is really big. I see you working on your emotions. I love it. That's when you're taking control of your life. That's when you're taking control of your life. Mm. Taking control of your life. Let's see what's going on. I feel this light spirit, but I also feel you holding on to your emotions, because you could have let it rip and you chose not to. You chose not to. That's good. Wow. You chose not to. Mm. Mm. Hermit. 10 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Mm. Let's dive deep in, because right now you're in your zone. Aquarius, you're in your space. Somebody upset you, and ooh, all these cards trying to break through. Let's see what's going on. Wow. Wow. 6 of Pentacles. What? The Chariot. 7 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. 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 And Where's my yellow? I want to see what messages could be hidden. What's going on? You're in a given mode. You're in a given mode. Mm. Mm. Queen of Cups. Justice. Okay. What is going on? Ooh, let me make sure I got my glasses on. Wow. There's a lot of stuff going on for you right now. Aquarius, you are really thinking about things. You want something extra in your life. You're feeling like you're missing out on something. You're in love with someone, but you're not sure if they truly love you, if this is your twin flame, because you guys have come back together from your past. And what's getting you is that people, through the relationships you've been through, people have said things to you to let you know that you need to work in this area, you need to work on that area to be a better version of yourself. And you have sincerely been doing your best to overcome some of your issues. Some people may say you're controlling. Some people may say you're so eccentric, you do the most. And you're feeling this sense of freedom, but you're a given person. You have changed somewhat. And people constantly remember your past of how you used to be. And you're trying to show that you're different. And yes, you have changed some things, but there's some areas you still need to work on. And when it's brought to your attention, it stresses you out. It gets you upset. Basically, it pisses you off. And sometimes you ignore certain options that are placed there for you, and you don't feel like taking them up or moving with them, but then you look at it as a loss. You're not being upfront and honest with yourself, and you feel your person is not being honest with you either. There's something going on right now, right here. And a part of you always will give to people in need and help them out and things, but it's like people don't always want to hear you out. And it's frustrating, it's overwhelming. And you just have this energy that sometimes people just don't get you. You've been back and forth with your person. It's like you feel that they're not giving you 100%, and you're concerned. You're concerned. You feel that there's some deception going on with this person, that they are not trusting you enough to be honest, and you're really wanting to reunite with them. You're going through some financial issues, not major. You have money to pay your bills and keep your lights on and stuff, but you want to do more things with your life. You want to be adventurous. You want to travel. And you have some legal issues going on right now, Aquarius. You've been in court a couple times already for the year. Might be I was going to say farting. You might be fighting with a past love, baby mama, baby daddy, some type of drama is going on. And there's a child involved. So you're seeking out balance with the halls of justice. See you relinquishing rights for something. This is going to be a breath of fresh air for you. Once this chapter of your life closes, you'll be more free. You'll be more able to do what it is you want to do. And you are strategizing with the issues going on. You're working on another plan of action, and you're looking at the big picture. Before, you didn't open your eyes as wide to see everything, and now you have, because you're starting to get more in tune with yourself and recognizing who you want to be. You may not be completely there yet, but you know what you could live with and what you can't. And frustration is coming in. You're just fed up, overwhelmed, tired of the things that make you exhausted. You don't want to be arguing all the time. You don't want to have major disagreements. You just want to live your life in peace. And if somebody is not going to bring that level of peace to you, sad to say, you'll let them go. Because truly, sometimes you really, I mean, look at the first card that popped out. Let's be honest. Hermit, the hermit. You are deep in thought. You are thinking things through. What does a hermit do? They keep to themselves. Whatever's on their mind, they're holding it in and thinking things through. Because when you get into your deep thought mode, it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. You don't know if what you have is what you want. And when you start thinking along those lines, sometimes people can come together and work things out and iron out their kinks. But if the behaviors are the same, even though more maturity supposedly has seeped in, this is who this person is. This is who you are. And either the both of you compromise and recognize what you need to do to make things happen. Don't always believe things are always going to be one-sided. It's not always going to be in your favor or the other person. That's why you compromise. And I see that more compromise is needed on your side, Aquarius, because sometimes, Aquarius, you get so set in your ways and the way you do things that you listen but you don't hear. You know what I always say, people listen to respond? That's something that I could honestly say my husband does. Rather than think things through and listen to what I'm saying, you want to be the loudest voice in the room. So I'm just saying to you, Aquarius, when people approach you and you feel you go automatically on the defense because you're upset about how something was said or how you interpret it, you have to recognize the fact that you look at things through a different lens and you react so quickly that sometimes the feedback that you're needing you don't get because of the fact you just pissed that person off at the way you responded to what question they may have asked or what you believe they insinuated. And then you go into that dark mode and you don't want to hear nothing, you just want to be by yourself. When you go into hermit mode is when you get the opportunity to think of everything that was actually said and what appeared to be offensive about it. And you hear that person out. A lot of times, Aquarius, you end up reacting in something that could have been avoided if you didn't let that rage come over you. And that's what has happened. People can trigger you and they know how to trigger you. You don't always know how to control. But right now, the feeling is that you're holding back because you realize that you do tick people off. And sometimes you can, sometimes you don't. That's just the way of it. And look at the last card, that's the Hierophant. See, what's the bottom card out here? Disagreements, arguing back and forth with people. And that's what it is. You're going through this mode right now, this process right now where you're trying to keep your composure. So much is on your plate between court, you know, this separation, baby mama, baby daddy drama, daddy, baby mama. You know what I mean? It's just a back and forth. And you're like in learning mode because you're working on how you can approach things differently rather than always being in fight or flight mode. And this is hard for you because you just always feel you're right. And sometimes you are. But right now, the mode, the attitude, the things going on, you are aware that there are times where you're going to have to take intervals, breaks, or you'll explode. You send your own pressure up because it gets so upset over everything. You're looking for adventure. You want to ride out, enjoy life. You don't want any barriers. You want to be limitless to reach a place where you think is just calm and serenity. You don't want to be in a mode where you're arguing with folks anymore. But that's what surrounds you a great deal of the time. And it's not so much them, it's the fact that you only see things one way at times because you have this free spirit about you. Sometimes you get in the mode that you don't give a shiggity what anybody thinks, and you do things on your own time frame the way you want. You don't like people bossing you around and telling you what to do. But you look at the big picture, and if the need is there for this job, this career, and this is what you invested in, you follow through until you're able to get what you want. So let's say you're working on a house. You will tolerate all that is thrown at you because you have the outcome of what you're seeking. You see it already. You see it. And you look in the rearview mirror and you know what you're going to leave behind eventually. But when you're looking forward, you already drew the picture. You painted the picture of where you see yourself. It's like you can close your eyes and you relish in the moment when that day will come. So you make up your mind, you know what? I'm going to tolerate this BS right now because I'm working towards something. But when you get what you're working toward, you react accordingly. You cut people off in a flash, in a minute. If you're not with me, you're not getting with me. If you're not with me, you're not for me. You understand? It's either you're in all in, it's either you're for me or against me. And you make up your mind that if they don't go with the flow as to the way you see the water flowing, they might just get washed away. So I'm saying to you now, it's just telling you to start getting more inclined with your feelings and your truth. If you don't care about somebody or you're fed up with them, let them know. Don't constantly hit them on the head. If you don't care about someone's point of view and they're in your face all the time, let them know. I'm not really into what the heck you're saying. Because Aquarius, you have ups and downs. Aquarius could be bipolar because of the free spirit. Whatever the prize is, you stay wanting the prize. You just may change the process in between. So it's not going to, just because you say this is about best route to go, you cut corners and go down this block and go down that block and see if you could get closer to your destination and not just follow the fray. You're above that. You want to fly like an eagle. And when people say things, you jump because it's like, if you're not helping me flow, then I can't grow. So therefore, you're like a weed killer. So when you get into your mode, you want people that are supportive around you. We all do. But you are real determined with that because you like your peace. And you don't want anyone to disturb that. And when they do, they start to become a problem. If you're on a job and you don't like it, you'll stick it out until you find something better. But they're not going to get their wish of mistreating you and you quitting today. No, you strategizing. You see? You work into some deep strategies You know the deception, you know it's a give and take. You know, you're generous. You're always looking out for other people. You're a charismatic, caring person. And you're building your empire. You're building your wealth. And it takes work. It takes time. You sit on your chariot and you acknowledge that you're going to be optimistic about tomorrow. You're working through today. And you know you will get through. So I just say, sometimes it is frustrating. Turmoil does come. I mean, when you look at that with the Nine of Swords, you go through your ups and downs, but you believe in your source. You're very loyal. And you know that abundance is coming your way, even if it hasn't arrived as of yet. I always tell you that when I see greenery, it's just so good. Growth, family, possibilities, opportunities, optimism, learning. You never forget how important learning is. The Hierophant, the teacher, a student, you're learning to do better. And when you know better, you do better. So you're working on that path. It's challenging at times, and sometimes when you sit in hermit mode, you start to look at things from a different lens and say, okay, maybe I was a little harsh here. Maybe I did too much of this. But you know what? In the end, you get it and you make the final decision. But you got to talk yourself through some stuff. Do some research. Figure out if this is what you really want, because if you don't tighten up, this person that may be your twin flame may not always be around for you. So continue working on improving on yourself, and most important, try to compromise. Don't here to respond, here to listen of what is being said to you rather than jumping to conclusions. Yes, you are king, you are queen, you are your master. Your source is the one that gives you your energy. Think things through when you go into hermit mode. That's when you manifest and you envision what it is you're aiming for. And the final question would be, the person that is in your life, are they supportive in the sense that they're aiming for what you're aiming and you all have discussed the matter? So even if you have hiccups along the way or disagreements, you're going to be fine, right? You're going to be fine. The disagreements are going to come. That's where compromise. There's no perfect relationship. And if you believe there is, that's pretense. A relationship takes work. And it may be perfect just for both of you, and that's what perfection would be. But you know that there's work involved to make it that way. You can't assume, you can't lack communication. You can't be, unless you all have a great, open marriage or agreement, or it's okay to date other people. But if that was the case and you didn't want to be with that person, why would you be outside stepping with other people when you have the person that you said is damn near perfect for you? Excuse the language. So you have to make up your mind what it is you want. There's a lot of thinking going on right now, as well as a lot of rage. A lot of rage going on, but it's under control. And it normally is not. But you're holding back because you want to think things through. You know what that is? Growth. That is bottom line, growth. So just keep thinking about everything and focus on what works best for you. Let's just see what your number is. A lot of great numbers have been coming out lately that's showing people what their status is, where they stand and everything. And let me see, what is the number for our Aquarius family? Love you guys. Love you guys. 1010. Growth. There it is. And that's what you're working on. You're working on growth. You're working on growth because you're going through everything. Right now, you could be a lunatic and you choose not to because you're going into hermit mode to breathe and to piece yourself out so you don't say things that are inappropriate and that you know better. Spiritual awareness is opening you to all that you are ready to see. Your destiny is being fulfilled. Keep your intentions pure with your eyes looking ahead, and you will continue to increase the growth that is here. The more I invest awareness in my growth, the closer I continuously become to the outcomes I am seeking. See? So, just what I said. Let me just do a little pinch here, not bragging or nothing. But I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. Hello? That's what I said. I said that the more you start listening to yourself, because right now, like I said, you're upset about something somebody said, a button somebody pushed. But usually you react immediately, and it's not always good. Now you internalizing everything and sorting through the weeds to figure out what you need to toss and what you need to work on, what you need to put more water on for that growth. But just the mere fact that you stopped in your tracks and not respond the way that people will automatically assume about you, Aquarius, you're in control. You can control yourself when necessary. So, anyway, I could talk forever with this one because it's so many messages in this. You are going through some stuff. Movement is taking place. Feelings are involved. The heart is involved. Being pissed off is involved. Deception is involved. You're nurturing on your emotions. You're going through this overwhelming feeling, and it's just stressful at times. Stressful. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel and sharing your message with us. Till we meet again, thank you so much. Take care. Garnet Queen Tarot, where we are inspired to rise. Talk soon.